Darius Acuff, man. Darius Acuff got me wanting to go back to school, bro. He got his first signature shoe with Reebok, man. SEC Player of the Year, first player to lead the conference in points points and assists since Pete Maravich. Arkansas wins the SEC tournament as well. And he got a Reebok deal. This is his year, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of these young guys, E. E, what you think, bro? You ready, bro? You got some years of eligibility on you.
Nah. I'm done with college, bro.
You done with college, man?
Want some bigger, better things, bro.
Man, listen, would you get some Darius Acuffs?
If it look good, yeah. I'll cop.
Okay, all right. I thought you was going to have some hate in your blood.
Nah, he got a good game to him.
Man, I like it. I like his game, man. Shout out for Reebok. Shout out for Reebok for doing something legendary. Reebok doing something that other brands are not doing. They taking a risk. I mean, obviously Darius Acuff is an amazing player. It's definitely an amazing player at the college level, but it's always tricky to see how they pan out at the professional level. Because players, when they play in college, they're just doing that. They're playing against college athletes. But when you play against pros, it's a different beast. You talking about pros who've been pros for a long time.
For Arkansas, that was obviously a star two-way.
More than that, a single section inside Bridgestone. Baseline jumper, good. History making Darius Acuff Jr. tonight. Mid-range jumper is Darius Acuff into the front court with 3-2-3-pointer. Good! With a double overtime loss at Alabama. A game in which he was limited during practice that week. For 3, yes.
That's 12th in the country. And so you see how quickly their guards can get that.
Game is, man. It's the Real Hooper Show. I got my guy E. What's good with you?
What's good, bro?
Yeah, man. We jump right into it, man. The college game is looking good for these kids. These guys get these NIL deals. They getting sneaker deals.
Who's your favorite current college player right now?
You know what? I like Darren Peterson. I like him. I think this might not be the greatest comparison right now, but to me it is. Darren Peterson reminds me of Malik Monk. Like Malik Monk, he was an elite scorer at the college level. I believe he had a 50 ball with Kentucky. They were on the same side, same height, and he got busy. He could score in small spaces. So I like Darius Peterson and a Malik Monk comparison. Hopefully Darren Peterson gets to a better situation than Malik Monk. I think because Malik went straight to the Lakers. That's not a good situation. Going straight to the Lakers is not a good situation for any upcoming guard because they do not develop players. That's not their makeup.
What's up with the Lakers hate, bro?
Listen, I'm not hating. I'm just calling what I see it. If you get drafted to the Lakers, you better, unless you the number one pick, unless you that guy, you better believe you're gonna be traded. You're gonna be part of a three-way trade pretty soon.
We developing Bronny, bro. He's turning out pretty good.
Nah, Bronny ain't getting enough playing time.
Yeah,
he gotta get more playing time. You talking about a guy who cooking in y'all G League or whatever it's called now. He cooking over there, man. But look, speaking of deals though, you know my boy Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen got the Mr. Pibb deal. They say he throwing shade. Did you get a chance to watch that commercial?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Yeah,
You gotta break it down.
You know, listen, man, I'm going to say he's throwing shade, but rightfully so. Rightfully so. But I think it's just a little too late, though. I think he should have spoke up for himself with the Blazers.
Yeah, he should have been in this. I don't know why he should.
Well, the thing about it is, you know, you're getting these documentaries and you're getting these 4 doc series. You doing all these things, and he's not being portrayed in the way he feel like he should have been portrayed, right? You talk about a guy who was at AIA. He was the first-round pick, lottery pick at that. Come on a team, develop for about 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and now it's a championship team. Every time Jordan won the championship, Scottie Pippen was right there. When Jordan left, Scottie Pippen held it down and at least kept them to the Eastern Conference Finals. So when you sit here and you do all that work, you want some love. You got to think about it. Scottie Pippen won 6 rings on one contract. I believe that contract was what, $3-4 million a year, I believe. And why he watched Jordan make $30 million a year. You gonna have, listen, I'm not sitting here saying that he should be bitter, but there's some bitterness in there. Kind of like the taste of Dr. Pibb. See, like, hey, Dr. Pibb, y'all like, not Dr. Pibb, Mr. Pibb. Damn, I messed my endorsement up. Look, I could have did that. Listen, you see what I did right there? The bitterness, man. You listen, bro.
But that's a bad thing, though. You don't want nothing to be bitter.
Lemonade bitter, ain't it?
Lemon is sour.
Sour?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, never mind then. Sorry about that. I guess I don't drink soda, so as you can tell, I don't really drink too much soda. I drink Sprite. But Mr. Pibb. But look, man, back to Scottie Pippen. When it comes to getting his fair shake, getting his acknowledgement, getting his respect, he's on a hunt. And then listen, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Your son was dating his ex-wife, bro. He always gonna throw some shade. But the problem is now is you can't throw shade and Michael Jordan don't mention you. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that it's gonna look bad. So you gotta relax. He talked about how people will blindly say someone's the second best because someone else has the movies or the fame or whatnot. But look, Jordan was better than Pippen. That's without a doubt, right? But when it comes to having swag on the court, Jordan was also better than him too. You talk about changing shoe styles. Like before the Jordans, what people was wearing? The Converse. They was wearing the Magics and the Larry Birds. Jordan came in with the black and red ones. They still go hard to this day. He deserved that. I mean, when you talk about style, endorsements, you gotta live up to that. I don't think people wanted to be Scottie Pippen that much, but Scottie Pippen got shoe deals too. Yeah,
that's all. I was just sitting here thinking, like, if you next to a guy Jordan and you see all the endorsement deal he had going on, I'm not saying that you gonna reach that level, but you can start your own endorsement deal. You can start your own shoe brand. You can get your own little swag going on, your own movement, your whole crowd.
You know what though? That's very true, but you looking at it from a right now perspective, right? You looking at it like, yeah, that's what we would have had did. But ultimately back then that would have divided the team. Like I think about Shaq and Anthony Hardaway. Shaq was the guy. Shaq was the main attraction. Anthony Hardaway was also the guy. He was also the guy, but he was the second guy. He was the secondary guy, right? The moment Anthony Hardaway start getting some commercials, getting his own shoe, then it becomes a thing of, yo, why Shaq getting paid more than me? And Shaq like, yo, Anthony Hardaway shouldn't be getting paid more than me. And y'all pick either him or me. And it become a feud. But the reality of it is, it might not have worked that way for Jordan and Pippen because Jordan was just bigger than life. There was nobody doing what he was doing at that time. Everything he was doing was elite. So when you look at it from a perspective of, yo, why you ain't get your own situation? Jordan was so colossal back then that anything you did on that team was secondary. So, for instance, right, you remember the Chrysler 300s? Remember those?
Yeah.
Jordan was the Bentley, and Scottie Pippen would have been looked at as the Chrysler 300.
Damn, bro.
I'm just dead ass. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that that was the truth. What I'm saying is from a media perspective, a fan perspective, how we see Jordan right now, you would have seen it as, this is the Bentley. Oh, yeah, he got some shoes out. That's cool.
But you skipping so many levels where you got a Benz.
Nah, I'm saying the look-alike. I'm just using it as a look-alike. I mean, you could be the Benz.
Yeah.
But shit, just think about it, though. If I pull up in a Bentley, all right, what kind of Benz? You want to say what?
I feel like a Benz is a
Nah,
Benz.
any type of Benz is crazy.
You don't think so?
I got a Bentley. You got a Benz 300.
Yeah.
No, that's a girl car.
Oh,
That's small.
How about E-Class? E-Class is cool.
No, I mean you better off saying like a Maybach or something.
A Maybach.
A Maybach.
But that's like, I feel like that same level though. A Bentley to a Maybach.
A Bentley to a Maybach? Nah.
S-Class.
Nah. A Bentley and a Maybach. Yeah, because it's not the same level. It's not the same level of cost. Like it's definitely not the same level of cost. But from a standpoint, from a viewer standpoint, I guess if a dude had a Maybach, it wouldn't be far-fetched to have a Bentley.
Like you don't see no young kids. I mean, I'll be online. I see young kids gravitate towards more Maybachs than Bentleys.
Yeah, but that could be because of popularity, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, I don't even think he was a Maybach, though.
No, okay, that's fair. But
I don't think Scottie Pippen would have been viewed as a Maybach because the points were so different.
Mm-hmm.
The styles were so different. Maybe you talking about Shaq and Kobe. That could have been Maybach and Bentley.
Yeah.
That could have been that, but I don't think they would have been. I don't think Scottie Pippen, his best years, he's averaging what, 18, 17 points?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You talk about Jordan averaging 30, 31. We was introduced to Jordan averaging 35, 37. You know what I mean? So it's like Scottie Pippen wasn't that. Scottie Pippen wasn't doing that. Now, Shaq and Kobe was averaging 28, 20 in between 27 and 30 a piece. So that might be brand new Bentley and brand new Maybach for sure. But no, man. I get where Scottie Pippen coming from, bro. But you gotta let it go, bro. We respect you, Scottie. We respect you, bro. We respect you. You don't gotta do. We gonna get Mr. Pibb too, bro. We gonna get Mr. Pibb too. Next show, I'm gonna be drinking some Mr. Pibb, man. Did you see the Bleacher Report pure scores? The pure score list?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, man. I looked at the list, and first off, I got to be honest, right? My introduction to the list was I was online, and one of the podcasts he mentioned it, and he was ranking the people. He was ranking the players. Like, nah, I'll take this guy off, take this guy off. So when they said pure scorer, I thought it was just like an opinion, right? I thought it was maybe opinion. Of course, some stats is involved. But I thought, they just had like a strong opinion on who should be on there. So when I looked at the list, I looked at it kind of blindly a little bit, right? I overlooked some things, I should say, not blindly. I overlooked some things. And I'm looking right at the list. I'm looking straight at the list. And they got Steph Curry at 1, Kevin Durant at 2, Jordan at 3, Joel Embiid at 4, and that's when my eyebrows go up. Bron at 5, SGA at 6, George Gervin at 7, Luka at 8, Jokic at 9, Kobe at 10, Giannis at 11, Kyrie Irving at 12, Shaq at 13, Donovan Mitchell at 14, Karl Malone at 15. So my thing is like, how is Karl Malone on here and not Dame Lillard, Paul George, James Harden, ISO Joe? But the way they're ranking this is pure scoring based off of points are per possession, per 75 possessions. So that makes sense. Like, so obviously it's a stat. It's a stat that they calculated. So it makes sense if that's how you say who's a pure scorer. Now here's the thing, right? I'm all for stats, but stats don't tell the full story. So for instance, you got Joel Embiid up there. You taking Joel Embiid before you take Kobe to shoot to be your scorer?
Yeah, give me Joel Embiid before
Wow.
Kobe.
I guess your tribes got to stick together.
Nah, Lincoln Nation all day, bro. Give me Kobe, bro.
Kobe?
Give me Kobe, bro.
What about Luka? What about Luka? You going to take Joel Embiid or Luka for your score?
Nah, bro. Luka all day, bro.
So that's my thing, right? Yes, Joel Embiid has the highest per possession scoring average of all time, about 31 points. I mean, every time he's touching the ball, he pretty much get into a bucket. I agree. But that doesn't necessarily mean he can create his own shot. That doesn't necessarily now will create his own shot better than Kobe. Create his own shot and a shot for others better than Luka. That doesn't necessarily mean he can shoot a long ball or shoot the ball to damn near the half court line like Donovan Mitchell. Doesn't mean that. And that's what you need in today's game. That's what you need in today's game. A Joel Embiid led the league in scoring, I believe, 3 times? 2 to 3 times, I believe. But the reality of it is the Sixers didn't go nowhere. They didn't go nowhere. It was close. It was close. But it didn't go anywhere. A guy like Kobe Bryant scoring, he going to win you a championship. Huh?
He got 2 scoring titles.
2 scoring titles? Yeah. A guy like Luka Doncic at least going to get you to the championship. So when I see these stats, it's cool and it's something to talk about. And this is why I don't really like debating anymore, because it's stats like this. Oh man, this person, he's the point. He averaged this, and he's the top in points per possession. Who gives a shit? Who cares? I'm not taking him over no Allen Iverson. I know Allen Iverson's gonna get downhill all game and put pressure on the defense and get fouled, and he gonna talk, and he gonna boost the morale of the team. He gonna boost the morale of the fan. He gonna do all those things. I don't care if they was averaging the same amount. Allen Iverson was different. I'm not taking Karl Malone before James Harden. Why would I do that? Karl Malone was dependent upon someone else getting the basketball. James Harden gets your teammates the basketball and get you a basket. So when I look at stats, yeah, it exists. I look at stats as, all right, cool. It gives me a direction of a person's game. I know what you're capable of. But Kobe Bryant might not have been making as many points as Joel Embiid per possession because they was doubling him every time he catch the basketball. That Kobe Bryant might have went on a streak of missing and then come back and scoring bunches. Just because a stat says something doesn't necessarily mean it's gold. So when I see these stats, it's like, all right, cool, great, good for you. But it doesn't necessarily mean that these are better score. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'm going to take this time out to make sure y'all support the brand. Go to goalsactivewear.com. Make sure you get yourself a hoodie, hat, whatever you like. Whatever's on there you like. We got some great material. Great material. My stuff does not string. Our merch does not string. Use Real Hoopers at checkout and receive 15% off. Goalsactivewear.com. Real Hoopers at checkout. Receive 15% off. And you know the biggest issue with high school. No, my fault. Not high school. AAU. The biggest issue, one of the biggest issues with AAU is too many guys, or not guys, parents are treating it as if it's college scouts out there. Like you got a 4th grader, 5th grader, and parents is like, yo, shoot the ball. You better off, yes, encouraging him to shoot for confidence, but he also need to know how to pass. He also need to know how to rebound. He or she also needs to know how to work with others, because that's what people want to see at the next level. That's what people want. Ain't no coaches in the stands. This is development, bro. This is development. Your kid is a 5th grade. I seen one page. It was an exposure page, and essentially what they do is they say, hey, send your highlights, and we're gonna boost you. We're gonna put you on the page. We're gonna put you on the page and write an article about you. So kids and families are sending these people highlights. Mind you, the page ain't got nothing but 2,000 followers. And the kids is posting, oh, look, I'm one of the top guards in this state. Because somebody who you don't know, no recognition, no nothing, is saying that. How you gonna be a top guard and you ain't play against other guards in other states? That don't make no sense. But the kids, but you know what, man? I've given up on the idea of just constantly on guys about about basketball. I've realized that there's not a lot of real basketball players out there. There's a sea of players who just like basketball. They like basketball to pass time. They like basketball because their friends play basketball. They like basketball because it gives them some type of status. They like basketball because it's cool to them. They're not like locked in with basketball. The families like basketball because the kids like basketball. They want to be supportive. But if they want to go on a vacation, if they don't feel good that day, they don't go to practice, if they can't come to a game, they miss the game because whatever reason, we got family stuff, whatever, right? That's not locked in with basketball, bro. I hate to tell y'all that, but that's just not locked in with basketball. Yes, family is important, but if your family's in town, tell them to come to the game. Tell them to come to the game. That's locked in with basketball, bro. Like, I saw one show on 520, right? 520 was talking about this, how some guys missed the prom. And like, oh yeah, basketball gonna be there. Not for me. I ain't give a shit about a prom. I missed my prom because I wanted to play in the tournament. My mom was like, look, either I'm going to pay for this prom or I'm going to pay for the tournament. Which one you want? She say less. Say less. Now, I never sat one time and thought to myself, damn, I wish I would have went to the prom. I never thought to myself, damn, I wish I would have wore a suit for a night and been on a date with a girl I've seen all year. I never thought that to myself, not one time. I can tell you what tournament I went to, Charlie Weber and Merlin. That's 04. I don't regret it. That's what you call locked in. I've seen dudes coming from an AAU tournament, win a championship. Hey, coach, pull over. I'm about to go work out. Damn, you just won a championship. You about to go work out? Yeah, I'm about to go work out. This guy was an All-American, went to the University of Arizona. Dipped in and out of the NBA for years. Shout out Mustafa Shakur. But when I see that, he was locked in. If you want to get to the highest level, you got to do things that people ain't doing. If your friends missing practice, friends missing games, you playing on 4 or 5 teams, you spread yourself thin. Unless you like that, and if you like that, they not charging you no money. When I was playing in Vegas, when I was in AAU, when I was playing in Vegas and for AAU, that was the first time I was introduced to that world of a player can live in one state and play on an AAU team in another state. Sean Livingston was playing, I believe, was invited or was rumored to be with the Atlanta Celtics. They was flying guys in. I remember Sean Livingston played with, it wasn't the Atlanta Celtics. Sean Livingston played with the Tim Thomas Players. Sean Livingston was from Illinois. Tim Thomas Players is in New Jersey. So when you sitting there, you say like, yo, man, I want to lock in. I want to be a basketball player. I want to do all these things. Yo, there's levels to it, bro. There's levels to it. You got to, if you're not 7 foot tall, and they not kicking down your door, you got to really lock in, bro. I had a dude on live, E. He asked me, yo, if I wanted to make a high school team, what would I do? What should I do? You know what I told him, right? You know what I told him.
Same thing you told me.
Same thing I told you. Play some defense. Because listen, and I hope a parent hear this, and I hope a kid hear this. If you are on the fence, if you want to make the high school team, right? Be real with yourself. You think you about to be the leading scorer for the team next year? Probably not, right? So go play defense. Do something the other kids not doing. Be the first in the line drills. Run. Get up the court. Be the first in all those things, bro. Play defense on the best player on the team, best player on the court. And then when you finish the line drills first, clap for everybody else who's still running. That's how you get attention. That's what coaches want to see. Coaches want to see guys who are ready to play on the team. Not somebody, let me show him I can do all these moves because I got a trainer and I got cones. Nah, bro. Gotta lock in. Your boy Cam Thompson got waived, bro. Ah, no.
It's a shame, bro. It's a shame.
No. Hey, so for all the new guests here, right? Or not guests, all the new scores, I should say. My guy E had a lot of faith in Cam Thompson, man. Cam Thomas, right? My fault. Cam Thomas. He had a lot of faith in him, man. And I was telling him, he's 6'3", bro. He's 6'3". He's a scorer, and that's it. He's not a Tyrese Maxey 6'3" scorer, always getting downhill, but being able to get guys involved, being able to pull up on the drop of a dime from 50 feet away from the basket. He's not that. He a guy who gonna get some shots up. He a black hole scorer. Get the ball, you might never see it again. Ain't as athletic as Tyrese Maxey. Still a good player. He sure he can average 20 points, over 20 points in the league. He just got to find a spot. And clearly the Bucks said, nah, this ain't it.
See, my thing is, what makes him different than a spark plug coming off the bench? Like a Jamal Crawford, like a Lou Will. Lou Will was just in the league a couple years ago, not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
What makes Cam Thomas different now than these players, and why he get cut from the Bucks?
Well, here's the thing, right? So when you say Jamal Crawford didn't start off a six-man. He didn't start off a six-man. He was actually one of the premier players for the Bulls years before. I don't think he was a six-man for the Warriors. He has been a starter, but Jamal is also 6'5". He's about 6'5". He got a nice lift on his shot. I don't think it's necessarily a big difference in the spark plug aspect, but I do think it's a difference in time. It's a difference in team, right? Now, I know he went through some injuries. I don't know too much about Jamal Crawford's and Lou Will injuries. For me, they've always been durable, like from what I know, from what I remember. Lou Will was in the league for years before he got his break. Before he got his break of, this six-man like Lou Will, before he got to the Raptors and all that type of stuff. He was in the league for years before that. So I'm not saying that Cam Thompson or Thomas won't be a scorer for a team one day. It's just the teams that he's on already have those guys. Because here's the thing, right? The difference between Jamal Crawford, Lou Will, is that everyone coming off the bench couldn't do what he was doing. All those, like, J.J. Redick couldn't do what Jamal Crawford was doing for the Clippers, right? Now you got a bunch of guys on every team who can handle the ball. Everyone can shoot the ball. So sometimes you don't need a guy who needs the ball to score like from a one-on-one ISO position, or maybe just chuck up a three. Sometimes you need a three in the first half. Does he play defense? Do you know him for defense? You don't know him for defense. So that's the difference in the timing of everything. Like Lou Will wasn't known for defense neither. Jamal Crawford wasn't known for defense, but they was on teams that needed a score. Giannis is the scorer over there. Roland is the scorer over there. What's the lefty guy name? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Kevin Porter.
Porter is the scorer over there. All around the same height. Don't need you. Don't need you. You know what I'm saying? So someone would need him. I was looking at a report about Cam Thompson being waived. Thomas being waived. I keep saying Thompson. Thomas being waived. Orlando can use him. They might need some scoring.
Orlando's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be the same thing though.
Could be. I mean, Snuggs give him something off the bench as far as when it comes to scoring and defense. But I'm just saying, like, this is what they're saying. They're saying the Knicks could use him.
See, the Knicks are gonna be tricky too.
I mean, look, I don't think when I say use him, I don't think he just get a lot of playing time. I mean, unless you want to go, the Wizards probably. But look, that's what I'm saying. Like he's interchangeable. Mm-hmm. Like even the Wizards have guards who's 6'3" and can score. Mm-hmm. A lot of these guys, man, look, this is a good segue to my next one. Markelle Fultz get a 10-day contract, right? He gets a 10-day contract. Markelle Fultz 76ers, played for the 76ers, number 1 draft pick in 2017. The first 2 years or 2 seasons, he had 30. He only played 33 games. 14. His best year was 14 points with the Orlando Magic. He's only 27 years old. He's in and out of the NBA for the last, not in and out of the NBA, but being, injuries and different, being traded. Now he's going to the Raptors for a 10-day contract. And he's drafted 2017. It's only year 9. Year 9? 6'3" guard. 6'3" guard, played for Washington. Interchangeable. You're not a knockdown shooter. You're not a consistent shooter. You wasn't a consistent shooter at the free throw. I don't know what happened. I think he went through some type of injury. I think it was a shoulder injury, but some people think it's like his psyche was thrown off. He was holding the ball. It was like a hitch. And I even went through that. When I was playing in college, for some reason, I don't know what it was, my junior year, I was about 81% from the free throw line, right? And then for some reason, my senior year, I was 73% from the free throw line. And or maybe even lower than that, maybe like 69. And I would hold the ball and then shoot it. Yeah, because I think I was overthinking. Like looking back at it, I was just overthinking. And here's a kid who came into the league, I believe, 19 years old, number 1 pick. A lot of pressure on his shoulders. No pun intended. That was good though. But he's a guy who had a lot of pressure on him, so he could have been overthinking it. Man. And he's a 69% free throw shooter. They drafted him before Tatum. He had a lot of red flags around him coming in. I mean, you talk about a guy coming from Washington, and Washington was 9-22. Number 1 pick coming from a losing team in America at that. So the reality of it, and then you get drafted before a guy like Jason Tatum who went to Duke. So it's stuff like that, man, where you got to realize, that, and this is just let's put it all together with the AAU stuff and the 6'3" guard and just teaching kids just how to score and score only. You got to be interchangeable, man. I mean, you got to be irreplaceable, I should say. Yeah, I'm not hitting the shot, but I got everybody involved. Rondo made a living off that. But then again, there's no room for Rondos anymore. Everybody's scoring.
Yeah, at the point guard position.
Everyone's scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there are guys on the team who doesn't need to score the basketball. Are there point guards on the team that doesn't need to score the basketball? Absolutely. 1,010%. But if you're trying to get new players or strong players, you're going to look for that next SGA. You're going to look for that next Luka. You're going to look for guards 6'5" and up that's willing to pass the ball and score the basketball and make good decisions. I don't think Cam's problem is about scoring or ability. I think his problem might be about decision making. His problem might be defense, committing to his role. Who knows? He might have a bad attitude in the locker room. I'm not trying to create a narrative, but whatever it is, they don't need his services for the teams he just left. Lastly, we talk about championships. Man.
My favorite type of talk, bro. Let's go. You talking about Lakers today?
Yeah, we're not talking about Lakers today.
Oh, my God.
But you know what? When we do talk about championships, we do talk a lot about Lakers. We talk a lot about the SGA, OKC. We talk a lot about that's what we're about to get into. We don't talk too much about the Nuggets. We should be talking more about the Nuggets. Yes, the Spurs are good, the Knicks are good, the Celtics are good. But the Nuggets play basketball. They play good basketball. Look, they lead the league in scoring at 124 points. Field goal percentage at 50%. That means they're passing the basketball until they find the best shot possible. They're ranked 7th in assists. Of course you got Jokic. Of course you got Jamal Murray. 1,000%. But you know who the X factor in this? Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon plays hard every possession. He's on the glass every single time. And if he gets that basketball at the end of a shot clock, fourth quarter, time winding down, he is good as gold. You know why? Because it's not pressure for him to make it. If Aaron Gordon misses it, oh well. Aaron Gordon took the shot. Luka misses it, that ball is like heavy.
What you mean?
Because he knows everyone is expecting him to make it. He has the basketball. He knows the defense is going to be top notch. He knows the world is looking for him to make it. If Aaron Gordon gets the ball in the corner off a double team, from Jokic, then guess what?
No, he gotta hit that shot.
He gotta hit that shot, but you ain't gonna crucify him in the media for the next 2 years.
No, yes we are, but we gotta.
No, you're not.
If he's still shooting it, I mean, credit to him. He has improved his 3-point shot tremendously.
You talking about Aaron Gordon?
Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
His 3-point shot has improved a lot. But if he starts missing that shot, we're gonna start criticizing him in the media.
So you trying to tell me if Aaron Gordon misses a game-winning shot?
Yes.
Wait. You gonna be making memes about him. You gonna talk about how he ain't out clutch. You gonna talk about how he can't win. You gonna be doing all that for Aaron Gordon.
So it's not gonna be done for Aaron Gordon because he's not the face of the team.
That's the point. That's when the ball is lighter. When the ball is lighter.
Nah, but he still had no.
Robert Horry hit some big shots because the ball was lighter when it got to him.
No, because no. See, my thing is the team is depending on him to hit that shot. Jokic is depending on him to hit that shot because the team knows they're gonna double off Aaron Gordon. Yeah, when Jokic gets in that ball, he has to hit it.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that the ball is heavier for him than Luka. Luka, the world is dependent on it. Only 4 or 5 guys depending on him to shoot this shot who I've been working and training out with and training with for the last 5-6 years. I can do this. That should give you confidence.
Same thing with Luka. It should give you confidence because your team has trust in you to hit that shot. Your team has trust in you to make the correct play, do what you need to do with the ball in your hand.
Nah, listen. We talking playoffs.
Exactly.
Luka. I think Luka is a clutch player, so it's all gonna feel easy for him.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the moment is lighter. The moment is lighter. The ball is lighter for those players who no one in the gym is expecting to shoot the shot or have the ball at the end. You expecting Jokic to have the ball. You expecting Jamal Murray. When Jamal Murray, I forget what game this was. I think it was against the Timberwolves early this season, and he had an opportunity to ice the game from the free throw line, and he missed the free throw.
Yeah.
Right. That ball heavy right there. That ball heavy for him.
See, for certain players, the ball gets heavy, but a player like Luka, who has that killer mentality like Kobe had.
Okay. Okay. No, I don't. I'm not going to say he don't have a killer mentality. He got a killer mentality. You want to do the Kobe thing? Cool. Okay. No, he does have a killer instinct, though. I feel like if Luka gets a wide open shot, he gonna hit that shot.
Of course, bro.
He gonna hit that shot. But I also feel like if he missed that shot, he know in the back of his mind subconsciously, man, they gonna cook me and they gonna cook me everywhere on this. Aaron Gordon, on the other hand, I feel like if he missed that shot, he gonna be like, man, I should have released the ball higher, and then walk off. They gonna walk off, man.
That's fair. That's fair.
Man, there you have it, man. We gonna end it right there, man. We gonna end it right there. Do me a favor in the comments, right? Put in the comments, how can we improve the show? I want to know, how can we improve the show? What do you want to see? What can we touch on? Do you want more videos? Do you want more pictures? What do you want to see? Or just let us know, hey, man, I love the show. I'm a big fan of the show. I follow you on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform of choice, because you know we all Score Society on all of them. But until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.